women over the course of 13 years, only one woman was not sexually abused as a little girl or raped as a young woman. For most of these women, home is a very scary place, a place they have fled. The shelters are ironically the first places many of them ever find safety, protection, or comfort. This is a woman's story as she told it. What isn't in the story is the fact that this woman met another woman in a shelter and they fell in love. And through their love, they both got out of the shelter system. The little Coochi Snorcher that could. Memory, December 1965, 5 years old. My mama tells me in a scary, loud, life-threatening voice to stop scratching my Coochi Snorcher. I become terrified that I scratched it off down there. I do not touch myself again, even in the bath. I'm afraid of the water getting in and filling me up so I explode. I put Band-Aids over my Coochie to cover the hole, but they fall off in the water. I imagine a stopper, a bathtub plug up there to prevent things from entering me. I sleep with 3 pairs of Happy Heart pattern cotton underpants underneath my snap-up pajamas. I still want to touch myself sometimes, but I don't. Memory, 7 years old. Edgar Montaigne, who is 10, gets angry at me and punches me with all his might between my legs. It feels like he breaks my entire self. I limp home. I can't pee. My mama asked me what's wrong with my Coochi Snorcher, and when I tell her what Edgar did to me, she yells at me and says never to let anybody touch me down there again. I try to explain that he didn't touch it, Mama. He punched it. Memory, 9 years old. I play on the bed, bouncing and falling and impale my Coochi Snorcher on the bedpost. I make high-pitched screaming noises that come straight from my Coochi Snorcher's mouth. I get taken to the hospital and they sew it up down there from where it's been torn apart. Memory, 10 years old. I'm at my father's house and he's having a party upstairs. Everyone's drinking. I'm playing alone in the basement trying on my new cotton white bra and panties that my father's girlfriend gave me. Suddenly, my father's best friend, this big man, Alfred, comes up from behind me and pulls my new underpants down and sticks his big, hard penis into my Coochi Snorcher. I scream, I kick, I try to fight him off, but he already gets it in. My father's there then, and he has a gun. There's a loud, horrible noise, and then there's blood. All over Alfred and me. Lots of blood. I'm sure my Coochi Snorcher is finally falling out. Alfred is paralyzed for life, and my mama doesn't let me see my father for 7 years. Memory, 13 years old. My Coochi Snorcher is a very bad place. It's a place of pain, nastiness, punching, invasion, and blood. It's a site for mishaps. It's a bad luck zone. I imagine a freeway between my legs, and I am traveling, going far away from here. Memory, 16 years old. There's this gorgeous 24-year-old woman in our neighborhood, and I stare at her all the time. One day she invites me into her car. She asks me if I like to kiss boys, and I tell her I do not like that. Then she says she wants to show me something, and she leans over and kisses me so softly on the lips with her lips. Then she puts her tongue in my mouth. Wow. She asks if I want to come over to her house, and then she kisses me again and tells me to relax, to feel it, to let our tongues feel it. She asked my mama if I could spend the night, and my mother is delighted that such a beautiful, successful woman is taking an interest in me. I'm scared, and I can't wait. Her apartment is fantastic. What she has got it hooked up. It's the 70s, there's the beads, the fluffy pillows, the mood lights. vodka for herself and she asks what I want to drink. And I say the same as she's having. She says she doesn't think my mama would like me drinking vodka. I say she probably wouldn't like me kissing girls either. And the pretty lady makes me a drink. Then she changes into a chocolate satin teddy. Oh, she is so beautiful. I always thought bull daggers were ugly. I say, you look great. And she says, so do you. I say, but I just have this white cotton brown underpants. Then she dresses me slowly in another satin teddy. It's lavender like the first soft days of spring. Well, the alcohol is going to my head and I am loose and ready. There's a picture over her bed of a naked black woman with a huge afro. She gently and slowly lays me down on the bed and just our bodies rubbing makes me come. Then she does everything to me in my Coochi Snorcher that I always thought was nasty before, and wow, I'm so hot, so wild. She says, your vagina, untouched by man, smells so nice, so fresh, wish I could keep it that way forever. Well, I get crazy wild, and then the phone rings, and of course, it's my mom. I'm sure she knows, she catches me at everything. I'm breathing so heavy, and I try to act normal when I get on the phone, and she says, what's wrong with you? Have you been running? And I say, no, Mama, exercising. Then she tells the beautiful secretary to make sure I'm not around boys, and the lady says, trust me, there are no boys around here. Afterwards, the gorgeous lady teaches me everything about my Coochi Snorcher. She makes me play with myself in front of her and shows me all the different ways to give myself pleasure. She's very thorough. She says to always know how to give myself pleasure so I will never need to rely on a man. In the morning, I'm worried I'll become a butch because I am so in love with her. She laughs, but I never see her again. I realized later that she was my surprising, unexpected, and politically incorrect salvation. She transformed my sorry-ass Coochi Snorcher and raised it into a kind of heaven.